That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April.
I was born in Plattsburgh, New York. It was a rather small farm, but at the time, that's most people in the area had 7 to 10 milking cows, couple horses, and we didn't have tractors at the time, so everything had to, the plowing and all that had to be done with horses. No milk machines either then, so everything had to be the cows milked by hand, and there were 7 of us children. We all had jobs to do. So from the time we were little until we grew up. But it was fun on the farm. We grew all of our own food. We had all of our own meat, and we were self-sustaining. Well, probably when I was about, I would say 6 or 7 years old. My brothers went in the service. My sisters had finished school and they were off, out with jobs working. And so it was my twin brother and I that were at home with our parents. And so when my mother would cook, naturally I would watch and see how she did it. And I would sometimes go and get the flour and the sugar and what have you when she was making something. And that way, by watching, that's how I learned to cook, really. So her way is my way now. We all helped in the summertime. Everybody had to go out and pick berries and, of course, the garden, vegetables and all. And we all participated in helping my mother can, most of the vegetables and the fruit that we had. So we worked together, yes. So
once again, grandmother's right. She's right once in a while.
there.
Ta-da!
Warriors and Grandpa. When my mother was, I would say maybe 15 or 16, her grandmother passed away. She had a stroke and then passed away. And so it was my mother that would cook for, her father and brother. And so I think, she just was a natural when it come to cooking. She was a great cook, so she could substitute things, and it was a pinch of this and a pinch of that, and it just made it nice. I just kind of enjoy cooking, period. I don't mind, what if I have the time and of course the ingredients at hand. I enjoy cooking. I really do. So yeah, it was good times back then. It really was. Everything was peaceful atmosphere. It was not the crime and all the things today. So it was good living. So, very simple, and everybody got along. There was no fighting or anything. We just, got along well together. We were glad to have each other. Let's put it that way. And actually, when we were young too, you didn't go off to someplace after school because you always had, your duty or your jobs when you got home. So we just were always home. We just didn't, Well, I would just say to start cooking, is start out with simple recipes, and if you're not sure, just use a cookbook and maybe tweak it a little bit. If you don't like the way it turned out the first time, the next time you do it, just add a little different to it. So that's what I've done until I get it the way I want it. So